You've heard how we're using technology and apps to drive customer ODIs, and what this is about is asset health. So we've got 4 of, I guess, what could be many examples that we're going to use to bring to life some of the things we're doing, which we're quite proud of. The first is all about risk management and how we're using apps to help our teams in the field. The second is all about the excitingly named Effluent Factory, which I'm sure you're looking forward to. We're talking about drones, which Andrew's going to talk about how we exploit drone technology. And then lastly, I'm going to talk a bit about something dear to my heart, which is phosphate. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Andrew.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. I'm Andrew Nichols and I'm the Area Operations Manager in Severn Trent for the Birmingham and West Midlands area. I'm just going to talk through a few examples of how we focused on operational risk, on visualisation technologies on our sewage treatment sites, and as Bob said, the use of drone technology on our asset base as well, all with the aim of protecting environmental compliance and our asset health on site. So let's talk operational risk first, and so this is where Storm comes in. So Storm is a single operational risk management solution that we're rolling out across the business at the moment, and it allows our colleagues and our end users in the business to raise operational risks from wherever they are on site using a smartphone application real time, as demonstrated by one of our operators on the video. This is brilliant for us in Severn Trent because it gives us a complete visibility of our risk profile across the business. It allows us to put any quick operational mitigation in place for those risks should it be required. Or if it's an investment decision, then we can follow the right Totex whole life cost solution, safe in the knowledge that we're putting our investment into the assets that need it the most. It's anticipated that we're going to save around £400,000 a year by using Storm, and the next phase of the project is to link it into our existing work operational management systems to reduce the need for further manual intervention. The next thing I want to talk about is the Effluent Factory. So this is a really exciting trial that we've got going on at our Spurnal Sewage Treatment Works up at Redditch. Now, typically on a sewage works, an operator would monitor performance of the site by going through the site, taking manual samples and responding to the sample results accordingly. By linking sensor technology to all of those key points and linking it into our monitoring systems on site, we've been able to create a complete visualisation of the end-to-end sewage treatment process. And by creating a suite of dashboards, we can beam this into a control room environment or, again, using a smart device. Now, our operators on site absolutely love this because not only does it give them the chance to intercept any deteriorating trends on site, thereby protecting our environmental compliance, but it also gives them the opportunity to remote control parts of the works and optimise our processes, thereby saving things like energy consumption and chemical usage. Just on this site alone, we've saved £100,000 a year doing this. We're now looking at where we can roll this out to in terms of our sewage treatment sites. So the final thing I want to touch on before I hand back to Bob is the use of drone technology. So this is a really exciting development for us at Severn Trent, particularly when it comes to inspecting our assets that are really hard to access and reach. We can also use drone technology just to check that our sewage treatment processes are actually working correctly, thereby again protecting our environmental performance. So here we see it going over one of our traditional sewage treatment processes, which is an activated sludge plant, and we can check, for example, that all the aeration in the lanes is distributed correctly, again protecting our environmental permit standards. So another really good example about using drone technology, we've got a lot of large tanks on our sewage treatment sites, many of which need scaffolding to actually get up and access. Now this can cost us £3,000 a time. Now, just by using drones to inspect these, we're anticipating we could save £300,000 a year just by them doing that activity alone. And we're now exploring other options and other alternatives for using our drones across our estate.
So you may or may not know that we all excrete phosphorus, so it comes down the sewer. We're giving it as a free product every day by our customers. You may not know that phosphorus is a really damaging environmental pollutant and can cause these big algal blooms in rivers and lakes. And the last thing to know about it, I think, is that it's a really key element of fertiliser. So if you go and buy a fertiliser from a shop, it's mainly made of phosphorus and nitrogen. So we took a view about 3 or 4 years ago to become brilliant at phosphorus removal and recovery as a strategic option. So this is a plant we built in one of our sewage treatment plants, which is a bit of a test-off of 6 of the best technologies in the world for 3 that were known about and 3 that were a brand new world first at how to remove phosphorus brilliantly. Off the back of that research, we've already implemented at full scale 3 full-scale plants already and locked in £10 million worth of savings for our customers. Whilst, of course, not forgetting the really important thing is, for the first time ever, we were able to reduce phosphorus down to tiny, tiny amounts for the river and the environment. So that's an example of one of many streams we've got turning wastes into products. It's one example we use because I think phosphorus is quite a key one for us. We entered this AMP period as upper quartile and we want to stay there. We're using all sorts of apps as developed by Rich's team to help our customers and our colleagues drive our ODI performance. We've seen examples using the machine learning pumping station of where we're using efficient automation and control. And then, for example, the last one, we're thinking of waste in a different way to turn into products.